Good evening, my friends. Allow me to introduce to you, or to reintroduce, the Electribe R rhythm synthesizer, which was created by KORG in 1999. It was a revolutionary groove box, which is actually a drum synthesizer, unlike many other drum machines, which merely play back samples. And it was amazing for its flexibility and ease of use, and I'm glad to have this one here today. And of course, after this came many other KORG Electribes, such as the EM1 that you see over there in the black, and down there, the ESX, which is the modern sampler. Interestingly enough, the sounds that you are hearing right now do not come from any of these machines. In fact, they do not come from any hardware synthesizer at all. Behold! That's right, I hold here in my hands the new KORG Electribe R, which is a software emulation or simulation, depending on how you describe it, of these classic drum machines. You know, with all of the sounds that you've liked to use over the years, plus a few extra features, and definitely a lot of great new patterns, all different styles for you to use. Very inspiring, and plus it sounds great. And if you're a fan of these machines as I am, you'll pretty soon forget that you're not using one of your classic pieces of hardware. But anyway, let me put this down on the table and we'll go into it in greater depth. In greater depth. Alright, like most synthesizers and drum machines, it does come with a wide array of different patterns that you can choose from, presets, as well as plenty of room for you to put in your own styles. I do really like this menu style browser, which allows you to see the name of each pattern. You see, on the original ER1 we didn't have names on the patterns, we just had a number, and you'd have to write down on these long sheets all of the names of your particular patterns, so could get confusing sometimes. But something that we haven't seen before, in bank number C we have these templates, which are less complete grooves for you to do a certain style. We'll look at some dubstep, how about that? So notice it's waiting until the end of the pattern cycle to switch. So now we're in a dubstep template. So it's sort of a nice beginning to start from. Anyway, for those not familiar with Electribes, let me just explain the basics. And this machine is quite an accurate duplication of the hardware, so, and it applies to both. Basically, you have several parts here, and basically you get 4 synthesized drum parts, you know. Kick drum, there's a bass sound there, a few different bass sounds in this case. You know, these synths can really be adapted to all sorts of different sounds, and actually, because it's multi-touch, you can press the buttons as you are turning the knobs and stuff like that. It's really quite cool. Once you've been messing around with some multi-touch, you won't want to go back just because it's so much more intuitive and easy. The great thing about the entire Electribe series is that it's so adjustable. You get all the dials right in front of you, and they pretty much do the same thing all the time, so you don't get confused in layer after layer of menus to get in your way. And you can, you know, particularly if you're into improv music, you know, DJing or IDM, and you know, I don't know, if you're doing freestyle beats or whatever, you just like to change things around quite a bit. Electribes really can't be beat. or this type of thing, just because, I mean, you can hear I'm completely changing the type of thing. But the whole idea of the Electribe sequencing ability is that you'll notice this light scanning across here. And every time the light encounters a button that you have lit, this sound will play. So you notice I'm adding in all of these extra kick drums here. Now I'm modulating the kick drum, and whatever you have hit is the thing you're currently editing with the knobs and with the row of buttons, the sequence below. So let's see. I'm gonna add some clap snares, add some more. One thing I don't like is the fact that we only can apply one type of effect at a time. And, you know, basically on the Electribes from the EM and the ESX on, or the ES, the EM, and those on, you could apply more than one effect in tandem. So you would always get this sort of tempo delay, IDM echo type effect that you can use, but you would also get other effects. So, I don't know. Hopefully they can perhaps write us in some extra effects or something like that. Hopefully it won't take too much processing power. Or at least just you know, the duo of effects that we had on the EM, because basically that was one dedicated delay and then one adjustable effect. And with that combo you can do pretty much a lot of stuff. So, well, I could talk about these all night, and I probably will. But anyway, there's the motion sequence is the idea of the knobs can be recorded moving in a rhythmic fashion. So I'm going to show you an example of that. Notice I'm adding rhythmic echo, and notice now that knob is moving by itself. Is it possessed? No. It just learned from what I wanted it to do. So, but I can do more than that. I can make it learn other weird things, you know? Now, one dangerous thing with this thing is because it is a drum synth, it's kind of complicated, so it may take a little practice to master the sounds, and you may accidentally be creating yourself very bizarre soundscapes. So, I say, learn how to get yourself into really strange sonic situations, but you should also learn how to get yourself out of them before you play in a live show, you know. Oh, I just love these machines.